Now, the Rukka Nivala 2 is a very expensive premium motorcycle textile suit, but is it worth the hefty outlay? Well, I've been wearing this on my tours for the last 2 years, and in this video, I'm going to tell you what I think. Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well, and welcome back to Kit Corner. We haven't been here for a long time, have we? But occasionally, when something significant crops up, I think it's well worth me spending a little bit of time doing a kit review with you, and a number of you have asked me all about the kit that you see me wearing on my tours. This, the Rukka Nivala 2. Now, let's just start off with the elephant in the room. It is a very expensive, but premium motorcycle suit. The jacket alone, it comes in around about £1,400, and the trousers are around about £1,000. I've ridden motorcycles that cost less. So what do you get for that not insignificant outlay? Well, to start with, you get triple laminated Gore-Tex Pro material throughout. You get double stitch seams, waterproof zips, you get 3M reflective panels and D30 armour throughout. You get basically technical fabrics, including stretchy panels, of which more later. You even get a separate down under jacket, which you can wear underneath as like a mid layer. Looks like this. Ta-da! And it works itself as a standalone jacket, but you can also wear it as a mid layer if it's really cold weather as well. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, I've been wearing this kit now for around about 2 years on my various tours. It's taken me north to the Yukon, it's taken me south through Europe, it's taken me east through Japan, I've ridden in the US, all sorts of places, Portugal in a downpour I remember. Basically I've ridden it in all weathers and all temperatures. I've ridden it in temperatures down to 0 degrees and up to plus 40. So during the time that I've had it, it's been my kind of go-to kit, and I think I'm now in a pretty good position to talk about whether it's any good or not. So let me take the jacket off and I'll talk you through some of the features and functions. All right, now I've got the jacket on the bench here. I can show you some of the features of the jacket. I'll just try and bring this other camera on here so that maybe we can get some little close-up shots as well. So there's a number of features that I want to take you through in detail here. I don't want to get them wrong, so I made some notes. Right, first up, I mentioned it's got a Gore-Tex Pro 3-layer laminated construction. It's got what are called armour core reinforced patches on the elbows and shoulders. So that's these bits here. You can see this slightly different material on the shoulders and on the elbows for extra abrasion resistance. Next up, stretch panels on the chest, upper back and elbows for increased comfort. Now let me tell you about that. This jacket, I find, for such a heavy jacket, is pretty comfy, you know, for all day wear. And the reason why it's comfy is because they put these stretchy panels in. And that is also a reason for one of the downsides of the jacket. This is AA rated. My error, it's actually A rated, not AA. And the reason why it's only AA rated is because those stretchy panels don't pass the burst test, I think it is, on the AA ratings, on the CE ratings, sorry. You know, you take your choice about that. Personally, I'd rather have comfort than an extra A in the box. Next up, vents on the shoulders, side arms and back. These are the vents. Here we go. There's massive ones on the sleeves, etc. Big one on the back. If I just flip that over. There we go. We got these here on the back. One on either side of the doodah. And they're dotted around the place generally. Also, it's a chance to see you've got this sort of Rukka logo on the back as well. I've got this one with the fluoro, and it comes in various flavours, but the yellow kind of goes with my crash helmet. But also, I just think a bit of yellow looks good for standing out on the bike. Right, I've dropped my notes, hang on. Where did I get to? D30 armour throughout, including the novel chest armour. Did I mention that? I don't know if I can actually, let's come around here. Here we go, chest armour is there, which I really like this. I've never seen this feature before on the jacket. It goes into this loop here when you put it on, which is nice. It's D30, which I think means it's that non-Newtonian stuff. So it goes hard when you hit it, but otherwise it's pliable, so it keeps it nice and comfortable. Back protector in there as well as of course shoulder and elbow protectors. And then you've got the same in the trousers. If we come down here, is this gonna work? Put my leg up there, look, if you unzip there we go. We can see can you see that? I hope the D30 armour lives in there. And by the way, the trousers are of exactly the same construction and format as the jacket. What else did I want to mention here? Connecting zip. Oh yeah, the trousers of course come with a connecting zip, but personally I don't use that because I use these braces. I find these are brilliant. If you've never worn trousers with braces attached, then you haven't lived, because these just make sure the things just don't keep falling down, obviously. And typically, I find that my bike trousers do fall down. I don't know why that is, but they do. Maybe it's the beer gut, perhaps that's it. But anyway, the braces are excellent. Okay, so much for what the kit is. Let's talk about how good it is then. Let's go through the pros and cons. Again, I've made some notes on this after 30,000 miles of use. All right, as you'd expect, I've made comprehensive notes over my usage of the jacket and trousers, so I don't miss anything out. Let me just grab that. So first off, the pros then, what's the good stuff about the jacket? First off, I must say it just works. That Gore-Tex Pro, if you've never come across it, well, Gore-Tex generally is pretty good, but the 3-layer Gore-Tex Pro is kind of their top version of it, and you could basically wear this in the shower and you would keep dry. It's absolutely brilliant. We've worn this in absolutely torrential stair-rod downpours in a place called Storm Mountain when we were in the Pacific Northwest a couple of years ago, and it kept us bone dry, partly because it has things like neoprene cuffs, which I think are also waterproof. And it, water doesn't go down the arm, stuff like that. When we did our trip to Portugal, it rained basically constantly for a week. We stayed bone dry in this. The jackets, of course, get wet, but it doesn't get saturated because it's Gore-Tex. Basically, when you get to your hotel or whatever, you just give it a shake, the water drops off, and it dries out pretty quickly. So yeah, this stuff absolutely works. And of course, it being so waterproof also means it's windproof, so it keeps you pretty warm as well, particularly if you've got that down jacket on as well. Which is here, which you can wear, by the way, as a standalone jacket. It just works as a puffer jacket, so it's another thing that you don't have to carry in your bag if you take that on tour. All right, so that was the first thing. Next thing I want to mention, it feels substantial and protective. I love the chest armor in particular. Yes, I talked about it being AA rated, which is the tour rating. My error, wrong, it's actually A rated, which is the urban rating. But the thing just feels well made and substantial. When you've got it on, it feels like you're wearing a suit of armour. Now, sometimes you would think of that as a bad thing because it might limit your movement and so on, but as I say, because of the stretch panels and the way they've thought and designed this bit of kit, it actually is comfortable all day long. When I'm wearing this on tour, I never give it a second thought. I never think, oh God, this jacket and trousers are really uncomfortable. It just gets on with it silently in the background. It's good stuff. Next up here, fluorescent accents work incredibly well at night. Yeah, but these grey bits, they don't look much. Let me show that camera. They don't look much here, but when you shine a light directly on those at night time, by heck, they don't half stand out. So the fluorescent bits work really well. So even though it's a black jacket, you'll be surprised how well it works at night when lights shine on you. Next up, amazing guarantee. If you buy one in the UK, Rukka give you an extended 6-year guarantee. Absolutely incredible. So, if you have a problem with the zip or anything else, you just send it off and they sort it out, no questions asked, as you'd expect from a premium jacket of this type. And the other thing is, there is a ladies' version available too. All right, so that's the sort of pros of the jacket, if you like. There are some cons, so just thought I should mention those in the interest of balance. First off, it's very heavy. Now, not a big deal, but yeah, it is quite a heavy jacket, as I say. It just feels substantial. When you've got it on, you never give that a second thought, but lugging it around on my dodgy arms, it is quite heavy. Next up, well, I said expensive. We know that. Let's move on. It is expensive. It doesn't have that AAA rating, as I mentioned, which is the top of the European protective ratings, but that's just because of the way that they do the testing, and because it's got the stretch panels, that means it doesn't tick that particular box on the safety test. So you make your own, draw your own conclusions on that, but this is a substantial bit of kit. I have no qualms about it not being AAA rated personally, but that's up to you to decide. Venting, not very efficient. Now, I showed you the vents just now. I have to say, if you're in really hot temperatures, and as I mentioned, I have worn this at 40 degrees, venting maybe isn't quite sufficient. You get that problem where, if you've got something that's really waterproof, it's not really good at letting in air. So if you want a bit more air, I basically undo it a bit. So it's not been a problem. Unfortunately, I rarely ride in 40-degree temperatures, but when I have, the venting's not quite as good as you'd hope, but you can't have, as I say, both waterproof and venting at the same time. And that's it for the downsides. So there is no getting away from the fact that this bit of kit, which is lovely, is expensive. And it's as I say, a premium piece of kit for sure. And I get that not everybody has got a couple of grand to splash out on the motorbike kit. But if you are a serious enthusiast or indeed a professional motorcyclist and you ride in all weathers, then of course you want to get the best kit that money can buy. And I really do think this is up there with it. I have no intention of changing this. I've had to say 2 years worth out of this already and about 30,000 miles. It's good for at least that 6-year guarantee, but more. I mean, it's showing no signs of wear. I've never even washed this in that 2 years, which is pretty scummy. I must do that one day. Maybe there's a video there. But yeah, it's lived up to all its promise. It has been an absolutely brilliant jacket. I thoroughly recommend it to the house. Not for everybody because of that cost, of course, but if you are serious about your motorcycling, then yeah, give the Rukka Nivala 2 a try. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I certainly have found it really, really good. All right, that's it from Kit Corner. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to see me do here on Kit Corner, and I'll do some more kit reviews. If you want to learn more about the Rukka Nivala 2, in particular where your local stockist is, then do check out the link below to bikeheads.co.uk. If you go to their website, you can find out where your local dealer is and more information about the kit as well. All right, that's it for now. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mr. Fly. Cheerio.
Hey kids, we're the Mr. Flyers.